So I'm going to show you how to replace the string, because you will come across it eventually, like where you can't, where you run out of string. You can even go farther than that, but I don't want to. So what you do is you take your string, you're going to separate it, so it's right where, you want it to be somewhere in the middle. You don't want it to be, over here. So you're going to take that shorter string and you're going to hold it back behind everything else. So then you're going to get a new string, cut a new string, and hold it back there. You can tape it if you want. That's how I used to do it. So you put it back there and then you just continue on like you were before. So this is my last one before I start letters, so I'm going to go ahead and show you how to do it. So under this is a front knot from the left. You see it's going on the left side, up to the left, over, under, maybe now a little bit longer, up to the right, another front knot, and then you're just going to front knot until you get to the end. Once you get to the end, I'm on my last string, you're going to go look on the link that I sent you to see which, or I might just post the whole thing, I don't know yet, but to see which letter. So I'm going to do L. So the first thing on L, so on here I have it, it looks a little bit more confusing, like you're probably going to look at it and be like, what does that even mean? So for L, it says 181, that first part. So that just means how many knots. So the first, you're always going to start off with your background color because you want a border around your letters. So it says 181. So the first one is supposed to start from this side, from the left side. It's my left. You have to remember that I'm backwards from you guys. So it's my left. This one. So you're going to basically follow it backwards. But since it's 181, you don't really have to worry too much about that. So your one is going to be with your background color. And you're doing a backwards knot since you're starting from the right side. So over on the right, you're going over, under, and up to the right, over, under, and then up to the left. So now it says 8, and 8 is how many knots you want to do with the background color. So this is where it gets a little bit confusing. Right now you have it where you have one knot on this one, so you're done with this string. What you want to do is do a forward knot using your letter color. So you take your letter color and you're doing a forward knot over your background color. So with your letter color, you're using from the left side, like a forward knot. You're going over the background color, under and through, and up to the left, and as tight as you can. You don't want it to be loose. And then another forward knot, or you're finishing your forward knot to the right. And then you're putting that string off to the side. You're done with that string. Then you're going on to the next line. You're not going to use the same one that you already tied the knot with. You're going on to the next one. And you're using that one to make a forward knot over your background color. So over, under, over, under. Again, you move that one to the side because you're not going to use that one again. And you're going to get the next one, the next background, or the next letter color, and make another forward knot, over, and you're moving off to the side. So far we've done 3 knots, or 3 of the knots with the letter color. And then again, you move on to the next line. You don't use the one that you already used. You already tied a knot with. That goes off to the side. And a forward knot over the background color. And it's a forward knot because you're going this way. If it was, I don't know how to explain. Because you want your string to end up from this side of the string to this side of the string, it has to be a forward knot because you want it to be on that side. So we've made 5 knots so far, so we have 3 more using the letter color. And again, like I said, you're just making one of the knots, and then you get rid of that string, you move on to the next string. Technically, the whole 1 knot is going to the left and to the right. That's 1 knot. I hope that doesn't confuse you. Okay, so then you have 2 more strings left. Only one of them is going to be a letter color. So here's the letter color. We're doing forward knots. And then now we're going back to the background color. And now that we have the background color, it's a backwards knot because you want it to go from the right side to the left side. So it's a backwards knot going from the right side to the left side. Okay? So you have a line. Technically, it's going to be this way. You have a line there of for the L. And then the next line in the L says 118. And since now we're on the left side, that means it's going to be 1 background color knot, 1 letter color knot, 8 background color knots. And since we're going from the left to the right this time, your background color is making a forward knot over the first letter color string. So you're doing a forward knot. And then when you get to this one, you want 1 knot using the letter color. So it's a backwards knot now because they're going from the right side and you want it on the left side. So you use the letter color string and you go over using a backwards knot. And now it's on that side. And then you're going to use your background color again over all of these ones to get to the end because you have 8. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, this one's actually 7, I skipped a number, and 8. So when you get to the end, that's your line, you're done with that one. So right now it has a line and then a little dot right there. And then you're going to repeat that same sequence because you want, it says repeat line 2. So you're doing the same thing, but now we're starting on the right side. So you're making 8 backwards knots with your background color. Okay, so then now that we're at the 1-1 again, you're going to do a forward knot with your letter color because you're right here. So you're going forward from the left to the right. So left over under, pull up to the left, left over under, pull up to the right. Okay. And then you're going back to your background color to finish off that row. Okay, and then you're going to do one more row the same like that. And the rest of it's basically just following the codes of what the website thing said. When you finish a letter, so there, I'm done with the L, you want to do a whole line of your background color because you don't want them to be all like all your letters touching.